Hello, everybody. How are you? Thank you so much for watching the Dentart Show live on YouTube and Facebook. It's good to see everybody on. Hi, Mercy, a new member. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. I have Kweku. Hi, Kweku. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. So we did an interview a few weeks back.
Yes, we did.
And how you transitioned into coming and moving to Ghana. So share a little bit for those that maybe haven't watched the show about where you were, or because you come back and forth anyway to Ghana, but where you are in the UK, what you do, and what inspired you to come back home to Ghana and do business.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me today. And I just have to say, it is exciting, to be, able to have the opportunity to come back to, Ghana, come back home to do something, for us. It's amazing, Back in London, a little bit of background. Back in London, I have worked in various, various roles. I've played various roles, worked in various setups, predominantly health and social care. I trained, as per my previous video, I trained as a psychiatric nurse. Worked in the field for I think about 15 years, thereabout. And within that time, I set up a supported living scheme. So in London, referred to as a care provider, but it's a blend of accommodation and care. So there are two separate components. So real estate is the accommodation components, which I have gained, quite some experience in there, and hence us here today. Yes.
Were you coming back to Ghana back and forth before you decided to do something in Ghana, set up your business? Tell us about that particular journey before you actually started and indulged in that.
Yeah. So there was a lot of conversation, behind the scenes conversation, asking, testing the waters, so to speak, doing a bit of research, asking people. So if you were to set up something, what would be the areas to go and things like that. We decided to set up a mental health unit here in Ghana. With that, we felt perhaps the time hasn't come yet to do that. Therefore, maybe do something else, which is a real estate. And then as time goes by, introduce the mental health setup, which I believe is so important in this day and age. Talking about mental health. Statistics a few years ago suggested that about and we have to research on this one. So just about 1 in 4 had some sort of mental health, but it didn't have to be a clinical diagnosis. But they were saying 1 in 4. This was a few years ago. So therefore, the opportunities there for myself, for other people to explore that a bit more. So yes, we discussed certain areas. Do we go into petroleum? What do we do? But we ended up settling with real estate, which has always been my passion. So it is brilliant that we are able to do this right now.
Okay. And what challenges did you face setting up your business in Ghana? Did you go through any challenges at all?
I go with the principle, no matter the challenge, it's like hugging the cactus. So it's going to, prickly, yes, it's going to hurt, but hold on strong to it, because you've got a passion for it, then regardless of what the challenges might be, you've got a focus if you are determined. Some of the challenges, obviously, working with our local guys, which, you can tell the progress. Because if you think about it, it's not just working with them and that's it. You're bringing a lot of ideas. You're working with different professionals. You're working with different mindsets. Yeah, we as a developer, you are thinking for so many people, because when an individual, a potential purchaser walks in, you have to think for them. So you're thinking, right, if this is a newly married couple with perhaps two little kids, how does the setup need to look like? If it's above a certain age, how should it look up? How should their setup look like? And people have their own preferences either. So it's kind of taking that step ahead, thinking, should it be this way? Should it be that? A typical example is, where would you put a master bedroom? Is it at the front of the building, or is it at the back? So that's one of the things that, some of the challenges. But quite apart from working with our local, guys here, which again is amazing, to be able to come back and give people the opportunity. Prices of materials, yes, you can talk about that. The old saying, the land litigation issues here as well, I think has been some of the challenges.
And how were you able to overcome those ones? How were you able to overcome those land issues and stuff like that?
I mean, so going through legislation, going through the right processes, so we've used the services of some lawyers here. So, we have handed that over to them. And so they do all the searches and they advise us accordingly.
Okay, perfect. So let's talk about Spotlight Homes. Tell us about the units that you have. Tell us about, how the vision came for you to build these amazing homes.
I like the way you've put it, these amazing homes, and rightly so. We see it and we are thinking, oh wow. I mean, right from having a look at the drawings, we have this amazing architect that we have, we have used. And yes, when we had a look at it, we thought this is definitely bespoke. This is what we are saying we would like to provide. So it has worked really well. The location, amazing. Brilliant. And we'll come to that. We'll talk about some of the amenities around the location. We'll definitely talk about it. But the building on its own, and as we are building, I'm sure we'll do some further, we'll update. But yes, it has so much to offer. The rooms, generous sizes. And each room has got its own ensuite. We've got adequate parking. For potential purchases. It is a gated community with only 7 buildings on there. Again, security, we are very mindful of that. So we are building with that mentality. Yes, we talk about, generators. We talk about, so we've talked about, yes, the parking, we've talked about the generators, we've talked about, affordable luxury. I think that's what I was looking for. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. So I've put one of the flyers up. I don't know whether you want to go through that on how people can purchase like the properties and stuff like that.
Yeah. So obviously, straight away, the QR code is right there for you. You can scan, and in your own leisure, you can have a look at the website, what it's got to offer, if we don't have time to, answer all your questions and things like that. So that's right there, readily available with an email link attached to it. So you can always, ask questions, and we are available on standby to answer your questions. We talk about discounts here. The good thing, again, is that we are working with a couple of banks. We are waiting for confirmation from a few other banks. So therefore, mortgages will be available. We want to try a few more banks so that we are not presenting only a handful of banks, but you can then explore your options and see what's best for you. So yes, one very important thing as well, that we've agreed with Dentara is that if you come on the ticket of Dentara's program, then there's definitely going to be a discount for you. We talk about 25% installment. We talk about for a year, 2 years, whatever suits you. I mean, ideally, if you are available with funds, then yes, we can have conversations. We can say, there you go, then let's have a plan in place. Where we are at the moment, which we are miles away, we've already started wiring. So we've got spotlights in already. We've got lights in one of the houses. So we've roofed 4 of them. So we are not far away. So if
Okay.
any, yeah.
So
So
people
if
can
we,
come for viewing.
sorry, go on.
So people could come for viewing.
Yes, viewing, yes, but we haven't finished one
Thing, yeah.
completely.
Okay.
Yeah, we are aiming to finish one, hopefully around November. The aim is to do a show house in November, so then you can obviously have a feel of how the whole setup is, and things like that. Yeah. So on there again, on our screen here, it talks about the sizes of the rooms we've got. The layout is right there. So we have 3 and 4 bedrooms. So the 3 bedrooms, again, the prices differ slightly, but yes, I think we believe that we are very competitive, in our prices as compared to what others are. And for us, we are not even looking at the prices per se. That is not it. We are saying we are giving people the opportunity. We are saying, let us take that burden off of you. Let us take that headache, the stresses. We will take that for you. So issues with land litigation and things like that, working individually with contractors and whatnot, we will take all of that for you, and we'll work through this with you. So, and we'll make sure that yes, you have an important say in building your dream home.
Fantastic. And then, so let's talk about the area that you're in. Tell us about the area, what's around the area as well.
So this is off Spintex Road. So you turn off of Manners Junction. Now, Manners Junction is a tarred road. It's a long stretch of road that leads you to Lekma, into Lekma Hospital and Teishi and further on. But we are not too far from the main junction. So transportation, spot on, so once you come off the main road, it's a good few minutes walk to the community. But within that vicinity, you see that there are loads of shops. There is Melcom, there is Palace Mall. Even driving down there, you see car garages, you see Compute Ghana, computer shops, restaurants, you name it. So yes, I think we are strategically positioned. So I think it's key.
Yeah, I think somebody had written actually, where's the location of these projects? I have been searching in Cantonment and East Legon. Well, this is in what area would we say that your properties are in?
Airport. East Airport.
East
Yeah.
Airport. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. So from the location to the airport, you're talking about without traffic, an easy 15 minutes maybe or less without traffic. Yeah. So
All right.
that area is Serenity Homes. So that area has been referred to as Serenity Homes.
Oh, okay. Serenity Homes. Okay. So if somebody wants to buy a property, what's the deposit that they have to put down initially?
So for us to say that yes, we are ready to have conversations, we are saying that a commitment of perhaps $3,000 or $5,000 to secure one, to reserve one. So you've identified one of them, say, right, this is what I would like. Then we can have conversation from there. So that's one figure, and then from there we can start looking at, right, what's the terms? What are you able to? Is it a year? Is it 2 years? And then we can look at that. But 50% down, 30% down, we can have those conversations, and then we'll spread the difference across until you get the keys. If it's mortgages, then yes, we are dealing directly with the banks.
Okay, so you can have a payment plan which is not mortgage wise. Can you give people like a timeline of, say, I don't know, somebody might come and say, look, I can pay within 6 months and pay in installments. Is that allowed, or do you have to go through the route?
No, yes, we can do that too. We want to stretch it as far as 24 months. So that's available as well. But the sooner,
okay.
Yeah, but the sooner, we don't want to, people are keen to grab the keys and sign off and things like that. So we don't want to take that away from people. But yes, we can look at that too.
Okay. And once you buy the property, is there any service charge that comes with it on a monthly basis just to kind of maintain the property?
Yes. So the homeowners association, what we're going to do is try and create that so that the little community would have their own platform, so to speak, so that they can communicate between themselves. But yes, we'll have a service charge for maintenance. For maintenance, that's for maintaining, things like cleaning the neighborhood, tidy, the security guards. We've got generator. We are hoping that we're going to have one plant on to service the houses. A gentleman mentioned solar, so that's only come up for discussion. But we are not making any promises as yet. But that's also on the table for discussion.
So what makes Spotlight Homes different from the other homes that are on the market?
So the first thing here is that the way we are building it, I say we because the team we've got here is so committed, and it is such a strong team that we are working with. We've got high achievers in here, so we are building it in such a way that we want to live in there. With that in mind, everything we are using, materials we are using, everything that we are doing within the service to ensure that it's a high class end product, so to speak. That is our focus. So that's one of the things that, and I'm sure perhaps other developers do too. But for us, what we are saying is that we pay attention to excellence. We pay attention to details. This is our passion. This is what we want to do. So we are very mindful that we'll build it in such a way that we want to live in there. So that's one of the things that we've got.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Would you say so? At the moment, it's just 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms that you are selling, right?
Yes.
Okay. What made you do just 3 and 4 bedrooms?
So the interest we had initially, the conversations were that perhaps do the 3s and 4s. But going forward, now that we've had a lot of responses come in, we've had a lot of queries, as in, are you able to do apartments? We were looking for just 2-bed apartments and things like that. So on our next project, we are hoping to be able to offer that, because we don't want to say no to potential purchases. So it's on discussions, so that the next project we embark on will be able to offer a wider audience.
Fantastic. So at the moment, it's still shaping up. I've visited there. I know people have watched the interview. So I'm encouraging everybody that hasn't seen the video, maybe watch the video, but you can definitely go to East Airport to also have a look at yourself, because I think it's important for people to go and see, right? They're looking to finish it around November, December time. So there is time, for you to put a deposit down and to start paying in installments as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And what we would like is for purchasers to come and say, "Can you do this? This is how I would like it." I want people to have an opportunity to put their stamp on it. Yes, for example, the master bedroom has 2 entrances. No, the master bedroom has the walk-in closet as well as the bathroom. So there are 2 entrances there. So if somebody came and said, "You know what, I would rather have one entrance, so block the bathroom, and then I would want to go walk in through the closet," we can do things like that. So we would like people to come in and then pull their beds in there.
Their own touches.
That's it. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's the beauty of it. If you come in early, you're able to make those changes, right? But once the property is done and it's furnished or it's completed, you're not able to make those type of changes, correct?
That's correct. So another example is the kitchen. If we decide to put a dark worktop with white units, for example, gray flooring, that's available. But if somebody comes and says, "You know what, I would like my splash back to be dark, to match the worktop. And then I have the, that kind of thing. All those are available for us to work alongside, potential purchases. Yes.
How has this dollar and pound fluctuating, going up, affecting, real estate developers? How is it affecting you?
I think it's a two-sided coin, in the sense that if somebody was coming from, for example, somebody was coming from the UK and they were to, exchange for the pound, for the city, it might be advantageous for them. But if it's the dollar margin products we are buying here, because as the dollar goes up, prices go up as well. So really, you benefit from one side, and then it becomes an issue over the other side. So it's a juggle, really. It's trying to strike the balance here.
Okay. I don't know if any of my viewers has any questions. Please do let me know. If not, I do have the number that you can contact on the screen, 055-677-2977, or you can email spotlighthomes6@gmail.com, and they will, attend to any questions that you may have. If you are interested in the properties, please do get in touch with Kweku, who is the CEO and founder of Spotlight Homes. Again, I've been to the homes. It's absolutely amazing. It's very spacious, which is very hard to see these days, because literally people are doing boxes like New York houses or even UK houses. But the rooms that I've seen are very, very big. Was that very intentional, Kweku?
This is it. Like I said initially, if we want to live in here, that ethos, this is where I would like to. Therefore we are passing that on to other people. So that's the whole idea. And don't forget the windows. Those huge.
Yeah, the windows, big windows.
Yeah, so yeah, the one we are doing at the moment, it's so attractive when you walk in. We've done the plaster boards and things like that. So when you walk in, it is beautiful. It is beautiful, and you have a feel. Remember, what we are building a home. We're not building an ordinary house. It's going to be a home where dreams are made. You're going to have loads of memories in there. So we've got to ensure that it's done in such a way that you walk in, after a hard day's work, you come home, which is key. I mean, we've recently included the balcony at the top, and we were saying, after a hard day's work, you come home, you want to have somewhere to relax, feel that yes, this is a very, very homely environment. So we are not taking that lightly at all, and that's our focus, to ensure that dreams are made and it's a memorable one.
Fantastic. I love that. And the breeze that will come in from upstairs in the balcony, I'm telling you, it was nice.
You sit there and you don't want to move. You sit there and you don't want to move. Excellent.
You don't want to move. You don't want to move. And is there greenery? Some of the questions that we did get was, is there going to be any greens, any greenery at all?
Yes. So unfortunately, at the time we were doing the video, at that stage we couldn't possibly have planted anything. But yes, come the November, December, once we do the video, you see, we want to get the landscaping done, and then we'll start planting. But yes, definitely there's going to be greenery.
Fantastic. And any last words for any diasporan who's trying to also move back home to set up their business? How would you encourage them to do so?
It is an opportunity. I think it is an opportunity. If you're out there and you want to do something, don't wait for that right moment, because that right moment, when is the ideal moment, really. So I think go for it straight away. Do your research. Test the waters. Come in yourself, have a feel of it. Talk to people, because I think people are readily available. People will share with you. So talk to people. This is what I'd like to do. Do your research, like I said, consult a few people, put your dreams on paper, visualize it, and live it. That's what I would say.
Fantastic. Some Emmanuel G, it says any house in Ashanti region.
I like the spirit. I like this is telling us that we can't just limit ourselves to Accra. So in the near future, we need to start looking at going further. But at the moment, we don't have anywhere in the Ashanti region. However, going forward, the way things are going, no doubt we'll be able to explore that area.
Okay. Chasin says, nice to hear. I will conduct a brief research on these properties and surely will hear from me. You will hear from me. I'm honestly losing faith with my searches so far. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. You've come to Spotlight Homes. Don't lose faith.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do not lose faith. Yes, don't lose faith. This is why we say that we'll take all the stresses off of you. We've got big shoulders, so we'll take the stresses off of you, and so don't you worry. You are in safe hands. Yeah.
Fantastic. Don't lose faith. Please do contact them. The number is on the screen. You can also contact them via email as well. And they will definitely assist you in the best way they can. I don't know what type of property that you're looking for, but definitely do get in touch with Spotlight Homes. And Kweku is currently in Ghana. You will be able to have a conversation with the CEO itself. So don't lose faith. It is well.
It is well, absolutely. And remember, fields are not plowed by just turning, them in your head. You've got to put it in practice. So don't sit and say that you want to turn the field, you want to plow it. You've got to make it happen. So this is it. Let's put all efforts in. Come. I keep saying yes. Come to Ghana and come and do what you need to do. And together we'll build a nation beautifully.
Absolutely. Well, Kweku, thank you so much for coming on today's show. It was short and sweet, so we can learn more about, Spotlight Homes and the beautiful deals that you are giving to new homeowners potentially who are watching the show tonight. Like I said, if you want to contact Kweku, the CEO, the number is on the screen. The email is also on the screen. They're on social media. They're on Facebook. They're on Twitter. They're on Instagram. You can contact them and have a look at some of these amazing properties that he's come back to build. This is a diasporan. He's coming back. He's, giving back. And I think it's important that we encourage him and support him in his journey. I know a few more of you are just joined. Hello, Yolanda. Hi, Samuel. Hi, Kofi. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. I've just had a conversation with the CEO of Spotlight Homes, one of the shows that I recently interviewed him from the UK, has started doing real estate in Ghana. And so encouraging you all who are interested in purchasing some of these properties to buy one. I've put his details up on the screen. If anybody wants to get in touch, please do get in touch with Kweku. If I'm just going to give 1 minute for people that may want to ask a question before I go, but all of the details are there for you to see. And I'll also share again this, which gives you the dimensions of the property. They're 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom properties. This is the look and feel of the properties that's on the screen at the moment. So if it is of interest, please do make sure that you email or call for more information. Fantastic. Well, I know that they'll be reaching out to you directly, Kweku. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. And hopefully I will see you soon. Well done on all the amazing work that you're continues to do back home in Ghana.
And thank you very much for having me on your show. I've enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kweku. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.